shutting off. I don't know. So we got the jig set up here for our ripping all our boards down to the same width. So as you can see, we got that cut, and then when you can slip the tongue underneath there, and you can run that just like that, and that'll mill everything the same width. There you go. You got to be able to do it from this side. So because, especially on Maxwell, we got a nice tongue there. No, not much of a tongue there. So you can't be ripping that down the fence with any accuracy. That's a good one, actually. Gosh, yeah. So, I mean, that one's all, you know. So, yeah. Anyways, so I've got a lot of little guys I want to use up in this closet right here. Right there. It's pretty much my only place I have. The only place I have to put any of my junk boards, and being Maxwell, a lot of junk wood in Maxwell. We know that. Just that's the way it is. Imagine that the forest that they're, or the land they're pulling this off of, swampy anymore. I mean, what's left out there? You know, and the private ranches or farms they get to cut off of with their contracts. I mean, I can't imagine, you know, the forests aren't anything like the northern or the Appalachian. So that southern red oak is really, yeah, it's not the greatest anymore. So, you know, like I said, the trees and stuff. I imagine a lot of this came out of a swamp. You know, like what's that? Oh, swamp loggers with that. What's his name? I like that guy. He was pretty cool. Yeah, he was just always getting into a mess, always having some kind of problem. But if you watch that show, you know, I can imagine a lot of that oak coming out of those swamps is what we're using here. You know, so we got a lot of varying color, a lot of gray wood. Yeah, it's not like it used to be. So they don't have the wood or the quality of the wood that they used to have. So I honestly, Maxwell Select and Better is really a really clean #1 common, if you ask me. So, but that's what we use here where I live. I mean, a lot of southern red oak, white oak floors, old ones. I can't use. I just need that deeper color. So we can floor here. I don't know. This is probably a Maxwell floor too. #1 common. Not too many gray boards. Our floor, we're mixing #1 and Select and Better to kind of get the grade I'm looking for. Yeah, the #1 common is just, gosh, you're lucky if you get any red boards anymore. So, you know, it is what it is. So you just got to adjust and adapt and know how to get it done. So, I mean, I pull out a lot of, let's see here. Let's see. Another one of those weird colored boards. I don't know what tree that comes out of, whatever, but it doesn't look like red oak at all. They're weird. So those get pulled out. Yeah, I mean, they're red oak, but I don't know if it's a dead tree or what. But they're weird. They are weird. So I pull those out, and what's Let me show you what I pull out. Those are okay. I'll have to run those through the saw. But so I'll pull all these out. All those weird. So I'll pull those, and then I'll pull all these weird stain ones. You know, those. Yeah. Unless it's in a floor that I'm doing that's existing. So, you know, here's another one. We pull those. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's red oak. But that one's just really different. There's another one. That's a weird one. I mean, it's just, yeah, we don't use any of those. You could keep those, Tommy. Here's another one. Here's another one. They just don't look right in the floor. They stand out like a sore thumb, you know, and especially those. To me, this should be a number 2 common. Number 2. Number 2, Tommy. Number 2. Oh, I'm sorry. Maxwell. Just Maxwell. We won't go by first names. So, yeah, those are just 2. You know, and there's a questionable one we put in the floor. So, I got to be careful how much I pull out. You can't just be pulling everything out. So, anyways, so yeah, I mean, with the number 1, we struggle that we're getting a lot of number 2 in there. So, yeah, questionable. Anyways, so we're going to go back out here. I mean, heck, the back of the boards look better than the face. That's what's funny. I mean, I don't know who's flipping or who's flipping what there on the line, but I'm telling you, the back of the board, gosh, if that wood would just look like that on the face, that'd be great. You know, like there's some mineral streaking, which used to be, you know, for number 1 common. I mean, that was it. I mean, the floor we tore out of here, the old one, it was a number 1 common, red oak, and it had, you know, little knots here and there, and then the main defect would be mineral streaking throughout the floor. So when you're trying to match that, you know, you don't get a lot of mineral streaking in the new or the number 1 common that we get today. I got one there, a little here and there, and then I've got some out here that I got to move around and place strategically, you know. But yeah, you're lucky if you get that. I mean, it's just all just weird colored boards anymore. You know, that's what it is. So, yeah, if they go natural, it just, yeah. Anyways, it always seems to look fine when we're finished. It's a pain for me. I just have a hard time just putting some of this stuff down into the floor right away. So we see what we got to work with. It's like a box of chocolates. You know, you never know what you're going to get. It's been a while since I've seen, you know, clean wood. You know, to get a bundle, to get one bundle of just clean red oak is, it doesn't happen, you know. So this is all Select and Better here. We'll start pulling some boards. Here we go, Select and Better. All right, there you go, Select and Better. I don't really call that a Select and Better board. I don't know what we got there, just a dot. Yeah, there's half sapwood or heartwood, and yeah, let's see here. That's one. Let's pull out another one here. Okay, that one's looking okay. And it's not really red. Here's an okay one. That one's okay. Let's see how they look with color. So, there we go. That one will come out red. Here's another one. It's questionable. You know, it's going to come out red, but, you know. So, there's sapwood. That one's got some gray on the end. So, darker red one. Okay, let's go here. Yeah, that one's got a burl, or not, and half of it's sapwood. There's a good one. There's a good one. Let's see here. There's another good one. Let's see what they give me. Short one's got a little inclusion there. That one's okay. That one's all chunky, you know. You got to sand so much of that out that it's not even worth putting the board in, you know. If you look at it, it's just, yeah. So that's that one. That one's got a, I don't know what you call that board. Is that a select board? I don't know. That one will fly. Let's see here. Oops. I don't want to hit the wall. And I did. Dang it. Okay. Let's see here. Alright, let's go with another long one. That one will be okay. Here's another long one. That one's a nice long one there. I got a couple, I guess you could call those 1/4 inch. There's a funky white one. What do we got here? Yeah, that one's got another, that's a knot, burl or something. So, here, it's okay. Sapwood into, what is that? Another knot, burl kind of thing. Right all through there. I don't know. Oh, here we go. This one could be fun. This one's gonna be fun. This one's dark. It's just a dark one. This one. Anyways, that one there. What do we got there? Yeah. That's definitely a select and better, huh? Is that select and better there? I don't know. You tell me. Oops. Here we go. Here's the tag. Oh, National Oak Flooring Manufacturer, Select and Better. Yeah. National Oak Flooring Manufacturer Association, Select and Better, Red Oak. I wonder what that's classified as in this bundle. I wonder what that is. I know there's like a 25%, whatever. I mean, I've had my rep. I don't know how many guys. Your rep will come out with his book. Okay, here we go. Manufacturer, across the board, association. Here's what we got. Select and Better. What's allowed? I think Maxwell just about touches every one maximum, and then a little bit more than maximum. Yeah. And they'll say, oh, you know, it's just, that's why we tell you to add 5%. 5%. Wow, I add 15% to all my jobs. You know? My house is full of Maxwell. Well, my whole house. I got a lot of carpet. But everything in there was everything I wouldn't stick in a customer's home. You know? And so I'll have quite a bit here too. So I don't know. You know, here's another one of those boards. If these are allowed to be put in with the Select and Better, you know, I don't know how that's classified. 25% of the board, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, Mac, they put out a lot of strip flooring. You know, they put out the most strip flooring in the United States. So, and right now it's all I can get. That matches what we got. And they're very, Buchanan, they do red oak. There's a couple other smaller companies, but very seldom do they have any stock where I get mine. Do they have any stock of that? Every now and then they might. So, but it's pretty limited. And then if I go to Appalachian, it's a little too clean. And then the number one Appalachian doesn't come close to matching the number one with the Southern. So, it's just, gosh. So this job should be a number one common. And I bought 65% Select and Better and 35% number one common, and I'm mixing them. And and the filling's off a little bit between the number one and the Select and Better, just a little bit. So I'm having to rack it and butt up all the butt joints and make sure it's the same width. A lot of times I'll go down, do a row and a quarter with number one common, and then I'll go with Select and Better after that for 2 rows. Or go Select and Better, number one common, Select and Better, number one common, mix it, and just look out and move around my mineral streak boards and the color. So as you can see, it's looking pretty good. So a lot of work that people don't see. So anyway, so now I'm going to take all this little crap that I got. And that's another thing, number one common, I got a lot of shorts. This board will get thrown out. That's really a number 2 if you ask me, being stained like that. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyways, it's a bummer. It's almost like purposely they're putting that extra 5% in there to be thrown away. Customers just paying for it to be thrown away. It's not like they even, I don't even feel like they even try to, do better than 5%. So anyways, this is what it is. It's what they got to work with. I really think Maxwell wouldn't be putting out a lot of Select and Better at all. It'd be all number one common, really. So anyways, somebody's got to do it, and they're give us the material we need, but it's not like it's easy anymore. So I just got some I just bought some 2 to 10 2 1/4 strip. It was Appalachian, I forget the brand. Gosh, it was nice. I used to use Cumberland. I don't know if anybody knows that brand, Cumberland. Loved Cumberland. Gosh, I love that Appalachian floor. That was beautiful stuff. I could get away with mixing that into some of the older Maxwell floors, going into the Southern, when Maxwell's floors, or their Southern, was a lot cleaner. There was a day, and I was doing it back then, 90s through the 80s, the 90s. Gosh, Maxwell put out some good, clean wood. But, I wish they'd do better, but I imagine they're struggling to find wood. So, and they're stretching what they're calling it. So, unfortunately, the customer pays for it. And I do a lot more work than I should trying to install these floors. I really do. And I try to charge for it, and I lose jobs. Just because I want it to match. And I'll go in and I'll look at a job somebody else did, and sure enough, it looks like crap. They just came in with the minimal amount of wood for the job, 8% overage, and they go ahead and they just put everything in, and it doesn't lace in, it doesn't look good. You can tell there's a difference. And, if you go out there and do a job, you want it to look like you never laced it in. So a lot of times, if the guys would take the time to sand the floor that they're lacing into, just hit it with 36, clean it up. That way you know what the wood looks like and what you're blending into, and then you can kind of pick your wood and go from there. That would yeah, that way you know what you're lacing into. A lot of guys just lace in, and then when they sand it, it is what it is. Anyway, jig, I need to take a bunch of shorts. I need to make them all the same width, because they're not. Because we know for some reason during the milling process, the shorts are always the ones that cause you problems. There are some longer ones. This one's a really plain sawn board. Probably all sapwood, so it's, yeah. That one's wider than anything I got here. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and because we need to make sure that the face is the same width on all of them, we will use the old groove with the bottom cut out and some space. This got to be sanded to give yourself some space so you can actually slide that board through. And that board's going to slide through, and we're going to get those all cut to the same width. And yeah, also you can take off a little bit. But you want to be careful. You can't take more, because you don't want to have to do more work than you need to. So you want to make sure that the new tongue, there's always a little bit of extra space in there. So I could actually probably take 3/16 off of that and still be able to get my tongue in there. So you want to make sure that you can do that. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and rip a bunch of these up. Thanks for watching, listening to me just moan. And if anybody learned anything or anything you hadn't thought of, a new technique to make your job easier and make whatever you put out a better product, that's what it's about, right? Putting out a better product. So, and sometimes that takes a little bit of work. So that's what we do. A little bit of work here. All right. Take care. Probably put out another video tomorrow. I'm just trying to just throw a bunch of stuff out there and see if I can get some more subscribers. I'd like to be making a little bit of money off of these videos. That would be cool. A little check. A little check. Anyways, all right. See you. Over out.